ghost. Dad's out of town working, at least that's what we were told.
We out here, boys.
What's up, Micah?
What up, big dog?
Came up on the sick RX7. Check this out.
Came up, that's all me.
That's not yours though.
But look, it's in my garage. It has to be mine.
No, right, but it's not yours.
What does it stand for that?
Okay, I wish. Cause it has a dog
It's
box.
Noah's.
Cause it has a dog box.
Hey, Michael, only you and me are on that.
You know what I'm saying, bro? It's a dog box
I'm
left.
buying one.
We'll get on it.
I'm getting on.
Wait, hold on. Take it back. There it is. Take it back. You don't have one yet. You don't have one yet. Noah's RX7.
Dog, 20 valve, dog box. Yeah.
Is it a GSR or is it?
It's an MVE, it's an older one.
Doesn't matter.
Gets the job done.
It's still better than a T56.
That's true.
Hey, you got a haircut?
Yeah, I did.
Dang!
Boy.
Trying to get all them honeys at Extreme Auto Fest. Yo, holla at your boy,
Good
single
luck.
life. Yeah, I know.
You want to?
All right, so Noah Nelson, everybody. The man is 17 years old, which is only a couple years older than Dominic Martinez. Dominic's 15, so you're probably the second youngest person in our series.
Yeah.
Which is really, really cool, because at 17 I was driving like a little beater go-kart in the backyard and wishing I had a car like this. Falcon Tires FD, what's going on under the hood? What do you know about it?
It is a like pretty basic street port on the motor. So like motor's not like nothing crazy done to like the internals of the motor.
Right.
But it has like big GTX 3582R turbo, front mount intercooler, injectors, LS1 coil packs, all custom wiring, has Y-Fab on it with TN coilovers. Those coilovers are from like 2005, which is kind of crazy that they're still working.
Yeah, heck yeah.
And then,
quality.
It has a dog box in it, old MVE T101, and then like solid one-piece aluminum drive shaft.
Oh, that's
Has
nice.
like some like crazy like mounting bracket in the rear, and then it has a I'm pretty sure it is a Tomy, or no, what is it? I think it's a Cause 2A differential, Kaz, whatever we want to call it.
Sure.
Yeah, like it's I don't know, it feels like a race car inside. Like there's a lot of Pro-Am cars that kind of still feel like street cars, but this like feels like a full race car.
Well, I mean, yeah, this car has been in Formula Drift itself. It's also featured in Tokyo Drift, when Nick is like super proud of that, right, Nick?
Yes.
That's your deal, right?
Yes, that's one of my favorite movies, just because it's cool.
So it's been in Tokyo Drift, on the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. If you haven't seen it, you're not a real car enthusiast. It has some of the best stunt driving out there because most of it's real. There's only like a few scenes that are actually CGI. But if you watch the movie and you don't know where it's at, the scene with this car is when they're driving in the mountains, right?
Yeah. It's like the last car out of like the 8 cars, and you see it like 3 times.
It's when the girl who's in the movie
With the RX-8.
with the RX-8 takes Sean.
Yep.
Takes Sean out into the mountains and shows him some like legit Japanese drifting and stuff.
See, that guy's supposed to be 17, he's definitely not 17.
He's not 17, that fool looks like he's 35.
Yeah.
You see when he takes his shirt off, he's got like full-blown chest hair. 17-year-olds don't look like that.
Yeah, I don't have chest hair.
I didn't have chest hair at 17. You have chest hair?
I don't have chest
Show us your chest hair. No chest hair. Tony Angelo. So Tony Angelo drove this for the Falcon team.
He was like the main driver.
I'm sure a few people have driven it.
Gucci who drove this.
Yeah, he probably drove it.
So the car pretty much came pretty much built. So pretty much the car's been around. This is very, I call it the legendary Falcon RX7 because it's a very legendary car. It is one of the cars, if you were following drifting back in the day, is one of the main cars out there.
So
super dope. I don't know that I'd ever get rid of this paint scheme just because of, like I said, how legendary it is. I just like it so much. The only thing that you can do wrong to this car is not drive it well.
Yeah.
You can't buy this car, Noah, and suck at driving.
Yeah.
But
I proved everyone wrong.
But Noah's got some skill, so we'll get into that. We'll get into why he's got skill and kind of a theory and ideas behind why he's able to come out with little to no experience and throw down with the big boys and hang. So Noah's definitely a special case. A lot of people don't have it the way he has it, but he might not have it the way you think he has it. And I think what you're thinking is, he's 17. How did he get a legendary drift car at his age? So there's a lot of like shade being thrown around on the internet. Like I said, there's a lot of crap talkers on the internet. It's a place for people to talk trash. Comment section is where most of the hate is nowadays. But it's cool, whatever. When we go out, we put ourselves on the internet, we're asking for it. It's just the nature of the internet. And so if you can't deal with it, then get off the internet. But unfortunately, we feel like we can deal with it. So throw all the shade you want. But we're gonna break down in today's video how Noah got his car, why he is where he is at driving, and how he was able to afford this, and how it's not how you think it is. We're here at the Booty Palace. Athena Gomer joined us. What's that? By Booty Palace, I mean Daryl's house. Noah Nelson's here. The homie just got onto Federal Tire.
That's great.
Which is one of the controversial topics, being in this Falcon Tire color scheme car. People have strong opinions about it, specifically this one. I have an opinion on it. Daryl?
I do.
Daryl supports it.
You do?
I support it. I have a good opinion.
Yeah. My opinion, I would say, is good. But it's bad for other people who have bad opinions.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Again, you're 17 years old.
Yep.
You bought the RX7 that's sitting behind us from Falcon Tires.
That you can't
which
see.
is, again, a legendary vehicle.
I still don't know the story, by the way.
Regina doesn't know how Noah got it, so she's in the same boat as you guys. So,
No idea what's happening.
we're gonna go into how Noah got his car, why Noah came out on his 5th track day so far.
Yeah.
Been your 5th track day, actually driving behind the wheel of the car, and why he's so good.
That's impressive.
It
I
is-
didn't know that either.
It's extremely impressive. And then we're gonna talk about some shade throwing that's been going on the internet. Because that's what people do on the
Yeah.
internet.
I didn't even know about this either.
People were throwing
I'm
shade.
just out of the
People
loop.
were throwing shade on the federal Instagram.
That's
Yeah.
like unprepared. People are stupid.
Yeah.
Okay? Like I
We
said
know that.
earlier, we're putting ourselves out on the internet. We should expect that people out there are gonna be dumb
People are
and
gonna hate.
ignorant about it, and they're gonna hate on it.
People are really nice to me on the internet, actually. They really are, like, surprisingly.
YouTube, the YouTube homies are so freaking dope.
Yeah.
They're
Oh my-
so nice.
I have the opposite experience with YouTube.
Do not
Don't
hit
touch the
cameras.
toolbox.
Just don't.
Go this way.
Yeah, he's messing
Go
up right
back
now,
to the
you guys.
front.
Go,
Yeah,
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 go
seriously.
back
Right.
to the
Serious.
No, 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 no. Oh, Lord.
Oh no. Watch the
Noah, how did you obtain at 17 years old, a junior in high school, the Falcon Tires FD?
Okay, well, it started off by I was riding
Don't talk so
BMX.
fast. Slow down your talking.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. Damn.
I started just doing like little like side jobs and work and saved up enough money to buy my first 240 when I was 14.
Wait a second.
wait.
Hold on. Controversial topic, first of all, being young and working for what you have.
Yeah.
Continue.
How old are you?
Yeah, 14.
14 years old working.
Yeah. I was doing like
illegal.
I was doing like painting, like anything I could do. Like I painted
Good
like
for you,
stairs.
man.
That's
That's
called
awesome.
that's called hustling.
That is called hustling.
That's what fools don't have nowadays. Nobody wants to work for their stuff. They want to either hand it to them
True.
or they're entitled and think they deserve it.
True.
Yeah.
Noah didn't do that. So you worked for your first car.
Yep.
Your
It
parents
was-
didn't buy you your first car.
No, it was a 1991 240SX hatchback with an RB25 in it. On my way home from LA, about 5 miles in,
It broke down.
it blew up.
You knew it!
Yes!
Called
Don't get
it.
a 240 as your
But-
first
but-
car.
The cleanest 240 I've ever seen had leather interior stock.
What?
Like, it was
That's a
ridiculous, yeah.
Wow.
And, it was the Hikus model. That's what it was. Yeah. And so, I rebuilt the head with my dad, and we like got like the valves machine and everything, put like $500 into it, like a stock OEM like head gasket rebuild, sold that car, made $2,000 off of it. And so like
So now you're at where?
Above or $2,000 that you
You
just
sold it for 55.
Profit.
You bought it for how much? $3,000?
$3,000.
You sold
And
it
then you sold
for
it for
$5,000.
55.
55. Damn.
Yeah.
Hustle game.
So the boy came up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So sold it for 55, and like from there, I like realized I was like, dang, I could really like make money off this. And I like was in my head, I was just like, I just want to keep upgrading, keep
And this-
getting a better and better car.
And this is what age?
This is 14. I didn't have a
14. The
license.
homie
Yeah.
just
Yo.
made 2 G's, bro.
Yeah.
You were selling cars on Craigslist.
Yeah, it took me.
At 14.
That's more than I make now.
Yeah, I made that in 3 weeks, I believe.
You make a bunch of profit.
Yeah.
One day you decide, I want an RX-7.
Yeah, so I always loved FDs. RX-7 was like my dream car. It was actually the Veilside one in Tokyo Drift.
Oh.
That's what I
Ugly.
wanted. I know people,
I
people
do
hate it.
too.
Hey, I hate it now.
I hate it.
Before I loved it because like I just thought how cool would it be to have a car that when someone would look at it and not know what it is.
When it first came, when the movie first came out, I saw the FD and I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
After the third or second time watching the
Dude,
movie, I was like,
they blew up like 5
Oh.
motors in that car.
So Noah, do that? Can I do that? Yeah. Fat. Do it again. Fat. Bigger. Fat. Louder.
God,
Yeah, let's go.
Fat.
I'm sorry.
Bro,
Sorry.
You gotta use it.
don't hit talent, bro. Don't hit talent.
Sorry.
Take out the competition.
You gotta take it down a notch.
Okay, Noah's parents didn't hand him stuff. Noah's grandfather didn't hand him stuff. He didn't inherit anything. He worked for it, and he went out and he bought himself an FD. You could do the same thing that Noah did. All you gotta do is get off your butt and start doing something.
You gotta know what he did.
Okay, that was the first good one I've heard you say. That was the first good joke I've heard.
That was so dumb.
I made my mind up. I was like, okay, I really want to drift because before that I did like 3 or 4 donuts and like I actually got pulled over twice without a license. Got off, didn't get a ticket. But let's keep going on that.
Wow, luckiest dude on.
Also, one of them like knocked.
Yes, us dark people, we can't do it.
I cannot
Dark
relate
people
to that at all.
Hey,
Here we go.
Hey,
White privilege.
They straight up pulled out guns. Like it was in San Diego.
And then they saw you're white and they walked away.
And then they're like this. Sorry.
No.
Sorry. And then they're like, don't call the cops.
No, you don't think that they pulled out the paper bag. You're like, okay, you're lighter than this. Like you're
Yeah, they pulled out the shade chart.
Yeah.
You're getting up with a warning.
Okay, so
That's so wrong.
Hey,
I don't know.
did you know your car was impounded?
what? Says who?
Oh.
Says Riley.
Oh,
Riley.
Riley knows.
Fun fact, Riley Cahill is over here on our Instagram live session and he
Bring the
told
camera in.
us
Bring it in, bring
that
it in.
the Falcon FD has been impounded, and Riley would know because Riley used to work for Falcon.
He did.
And he was he was on the team.
He says it was once impounded street racing when Tony Angelo drove it.
Awesome, Tony Angelo.
Oh,
man.
Why he's not on Falcon anymore?
Could be.
Okay, so
Anyways, that's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool.
That's actually really cool.
That's a really cool.
that's actually really
Full
cool.
mask for Micah. What does that mean?
Full mouth.
He's talking about your.
No, you don't know what he's talking about. I know what Riley's talking about. Shut up, Riley. Get that perverted crap off my Instagram. Guys, if you don't know, just let's continue with it.
Because you
don't
like
know,
mentioned
then
that like
you
3
don't.
times, right?
Yeah, I know. Riley likes to say stupid.
I know he
perverted
does. He
things.
also said, when are you gonna grow your adult beard?
Oh.
After I get done growing this baby beard, bro. Right now it's in high school.
And then he said 6 to midnight.
Tell them to shut
I
up.
don't even know what any of this
You don't
means.
need to know what these mean. Just don't worry about
This is
it.
an inside joke? This is an inside joke.
I think
Right.
that's. Wait,
George
Urban
said
Dictionary, someone please
that
pull
Don't
it
do
up.
that. Do not do that.
Put 6 to midnight.
Miata George said, tell my dad I said goodnight.
Good night, George.
Good night, George.
Good night, George.
You will not be missed, George.
All right, so you worked your butt off.
Yeah.
Wait.
No, why
6
don't
to
show
midnight means a. It means a.
Oh, I get it.
I knew that.
It goes
6 to midnight. Yeah.
Hey, that's funny. Now that I think about it.
He said,
Midnight.
I know, I'm still doing it.
Riley always does this. He comes onto my live streams and he says the most gay, perverted things.
And you like it.
I don't like it. I
You
tell
like
him
it a
to
little, yeah,
leave.
you like it a little bit.
And you like-
get off
you
my
giggle.
funny. It's funny.
I told him it bothered
Oh,
me.
you-
He said, from now on, every time I get the notification that you're live, I'm going on and saying gay stuff. And he has not yet failed.
That's amazing.
Not yet failed. Riley
Yeah.
is on it. So you jumped into Top Drift.
Yeah.
You came out to round 1. You qualified.
No,
No, he went home early.
No, I didn't go home early.
Right?
My front subframe came loose, so my alignment went out of whack. My power steering rack blew out. My power steering pump blew out. It was my second time ever driving,
Like rotary
and
pump.
they changed up the whole course. I only got like 12 laps over the whole weekend and couldn't figure it out. So it was a bad weekend.
Same.
Bad
Same.
weekend.
Same.
hey, we did good.
We did good.
Heck yeah.
Okay, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, who cares?
Nobody asked.
So then,
Was I the only one who qualified?
Out of the 4 in round 1,
I've never qualified in Top Drift. Just fun fact.
Shade.
so Noah,
On yourself.
so round 1 was how many times of you being out? You're like
Too
third
soon.
time?
Second time.
Second time
That was my
driving.
second time ever driving, like drifting. Yeah.
And so you came out the I got an idea.
We go to Top
Second
Drift.
time driving, let's just jump in a Top Drift.
Hey,
idea.
you send it. That's like, if you know
My
me, if
man
you ever
right
meet me, like, that's just how I am. I just send it.
Okay, so you sent it into round 1.
Yeah.
You come out to round 2.
Yeah.
You qualify on one of the track that separates the boys from the men.
This is
Yeah.
Which is now your third time
Damn.
no,
driving.
your 4th
That-
time.
That was I had 2 practice days in between, so it was my 5th time driving. after
Fifth
that.
time driving, comes out to Top Drift, qualifies out of field of 40 plus drivers, I believe,
Yeah.
was at round 2. On the big boy track, which is
Qualified 12.
which is pretty high.
Damn.
Only
really
top
good.
16 making it out of these 40. So if you make
There's
the top
like, what,
16,
40
that's an
drivers?
accomplishment. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
like 40 something drivers.
40.
At round
40.
two.
Yeah.
it's 40
Then you come out to round 3, you didn't qualify.
Didn't qualify.
But-
yeah.
You qualified at round 2,
Yeah.
which is a difficult
Yeah.
That is the more harder track, I think, right?
More harder, you don't, come on. You went to college, bro.
Yeah, what's up with that?
That is the harder track.
Yes, it is the harder track.
Sorry.
The more difficult track. So, you just paid for it, you paid for it. So,
Whose car makes the most power?
How much do you make?
easily.
I make 475.
I make 5.
Oh.
You don't make 5.
No, you don't. He's never been on
He's
a dyno.
lying.
I make
He's
high
never
fives.
been on a
I make
dyno.
high 5.
He makes like 410.
I didn't go on a dyno because I'll explode the dyno.
But how much torque do you make? How much torque? How much torque? You don't even know.
I know how much torque.
I blew up
you.
on the dyno.
No, not. I was
I make all the torques in the world.
How much torque?
I make about like 340, 350.
Okay, I got you beat on that then.
Yeah, we got you beat on that all day. LS Live.
Hey, my car sounds
V8,
good though.
V8, V8.
I love how
Rotary.
LS's sound.
Okay, so
Well,
now,
you said who cares how much power they make? Who has the most wins between them?
Micah.
Micah.
I do.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait, you've never won anything.
Oh,
What?
I won.
shit.
I got first
Third
place at
place.
Sideways Sunday.
Third place
I got
this
third
weekend.
place at Sideways Sunday.
Okay, no.
Sideways Sunday.
I've qualified
With
higher
how
than
many
all
drivers?
of you.
How
And
many-
I hit podium
Qualifying
third.
is not winning.
Well, who's-
Technically, it kind of is for sponsorship.
I guess.
Doesn't no.
Hey, you know what? Yeah,
Not.
that's true.
If you can qualify high, you can get good.
Who's in the show,
partnerships.
Who's leading in the points board right now?
Micah.
How many
Okay.
points? What?
Then who's after that?
What's the point gap? Let's talk
I'm
about the
last.
point gap. Because the
I'm
point
third.
gap,
I'm last.
the
by
point gap
far.
is what's gonna determine who's the best driver.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm the worst driver.
So, oh yeah, just to clear something
job.
up.
So Noah comes from a background similar to mine, which is the BMX. I don't know if you rode dirt bikes. Did you ride dirt bikes?
A little bit.
A little bit. I rode a little bit of dirt bikes. I rode more BMX than I rode dirt bikes. Whereas Daryl comes from a background of
I mean, I rode a scooter.
Don't even say that.
Rathina
Don't
came.
say
Yeah,
that.
don't claim that. Rathina came from a background
Of nothing.
Nothing. So essentially, you have two people who came from nothing, and two people who came from
Something.
extreme
Scooter
background.
life. I have a scooter too.
Yo, Razor or what?
Yes, dude.
Losers.
Those are ow.
So-
tired.
One of the things that I try to emphasize when it comes to you coming into the field and being as good as you are, there's a fear factor portion of driving, and for someone who comes from a BMX background or an MX background, essentially when you go on a bicycle, you have no cage, you have no suit, usually you have no helmet if
Yeah.
you're crazy.
I can
Um,
ride my bike.
On motorcycles you do, on the bicycles you really don't.
No,
Yeah.
And when you go into that, it's more like you throw it, if you crash, you get hurt.
Yeah, I have lots of
and or
injuries.
When you come into a car with a roll cage and a helmet and a suit,
You feel way like
Feel
it,
safe.
it doesn't feel like you're really doing anything crazy.
Right.
Like it's really weird.
so you go and you throw it as hard as you can,
Comments
and
are
you're
fun.
not like scared because, like you said, what did you say? Lacerated liver.
Oh yeah, I was like in the hospital for 5 days for internal bleeding. I broke my ankle, my arm 3 times, my wrist, dislocated both shoulders. I've had shoulder surgery.
Yeah, I'm the
So-
total opposite.
Right.
I've never been injured in my
Right.
life.
But this is what I'm
That's
getting at.
crazy.
I'm getting at the fact that you've been through so much. You've been through so much pain already
Yeah.
in such a different
suffered.
form. Right.
You're
Well, yeah,
suffering,
kind of
right.
like you've suffered a certain amount of pain to where now you get into a car and it's like, oh, a seatbelt bruise, whatever.
But at the end of the day, we do have fire extinguishers, roll cages, fire
everything to
suits,
protect
like
us.
everything can hold us in place.
It's
Like, we're not
gonna
going
hurt.
anywhere.
It's definitely gonna
People to
hurt.
save us.
But
Yeah.
You guys are a bunch of babies.
we've been conditioned to pain,
Yeah.
getting hurt, so it doesn't bother us as much.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the fear factor's gone for you, whereas you didn't come from like off-road racing where the counter steering and throttle control and all that translates over. So
Yeah.
that's a natural skill that you develop.
Yeah.
I always say that there's 3 people, and I've said this for years. There's 3 people in drifting. There's the person who tries to drift and is never gonna figure it out. There's the person who tries to drift and has to learn for a long time before they can get really good at driving.
7 years still suck.
And then there's the people, the unicorns, who can hop into a car and just drive, similar to your boy Noah, right?
That's me.
Because I mean, it's a fact. It's a fact. You come out, it's your 5th time driving. You go to Horse Leap, one of the gnarliest tracks that we have here in Southern California, and you qualify in the top 16 in a field that is extremely competitive.
Yes.
Well off financially. A lot of the field has a lot of money, and there's big horsepower, and there's guys who have been in our series way longer than you have, and you can come out and hang with them way longer. So that's cool. Yeah, well, yeah. So
Let's not touch on that.
So you have a lot of natural talent. You're gonna want to try to keep your head screwed on.
Yeah.
Right. You're not gonna want to sell yourself short. To
Wasn't
this
there supposed to be
sponsor.
drama in this video?
The drama is that there's people out there talking trash on Noah here for having the car he has, and people think that his mommy and daddy paid for it or whatever. He inherited it or something stupid. He didn't. He worked his butt off and he earned it. On top of that, he's a good driver. He's come out his 5th time and qualified on one of the hardest tracks. On top of that, he has a Falcon car and now he's on Federal Tires, and everybody on the Federal Tires Instagram wants to come and talk trash. Here's the problem with that. It ain't your car, shut your mouth. 2, the paint job is a legendary paint scheme, so to mess that
It will
up
never be painted over.
it would just be silly. Wrap it.
If anything, I will wrap it. I'm not gonna paint it.
Wrap it. It's a legendary car. Don't ever change it. Anyways, Noah Nelson, great job out there.
Wait, that was the drama?
The drama is everybody's talking smack on this
Yeah,
fool
everyone's
when they
talking
shouldn't
smack.
be.
That's the internet!
Yeah.
I know, I said that. It's a part of the game. So, as you grow, as your name gets bigger, expect the hate to come and just learn to brush it off, because most of the people who are out there talking crap haven't done anything with their lives. They haven't built a car, they haven't worked for anything. They just want to run their mouth because they feel that the comment section gives them a voice. And most of the time it gets looked over because us as people who are on the internet trying to do something that we love and share it with you don't give a damn sometimes what the bad people say, because the guys who are out there, you guys, more than likely you watching this, are a nice person and you're not a jerk. So we do this for you, we do it for our exposure, and we do it because it's fun. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to follow Noah Nelson. I'll put his Instagram right here. Don't forget to follow Daryl Priano. Don't forget to follow Rosina Gomer and Nick Priano behind the camera also. Now in front of the camera. Don't forget to follow Nick too. Alright dudes, so Noah Nelson again, keep an eye out for the kid, he's on the rise.
Noah, question for
Keep an
you.
eye out for Gomer and Daryl also. Nick's kind of cool. The point is...
What? Hey, you know what?
Kinda cool.
He throws shade all day.
This is
all day.
That's a
Kinda
part of
cool.
this crew though. If you're gonna kick it with this crew, expect to get burned.